Welcome to the Extension Office. I'm Mindy Turner, your Family and Consumer Science Agent with New Mexico State University Cooperative Extension Service in Curry County. If you don't know where we're located, we are at 818 North Main Street. Come by and see us, or give us a call, or check us out on the website. We have lots of ways for you to get in touch with us so that we can get back in touch with you and continue to serve you and meet your needs in the community. For this version of our video series, we're talking about low stress gifting, how to encourage others, how to not stress out over the holidays. Remember that things don't have to cost a lot of money. We don't have to be always physically present to connect with someone. We have a lot of options out there right now for the way we can do that. So let's jump right in. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some ideas and some things that you can do for the kids and the youth in your life. And again, this may be a neighbor. It may just be kids in your community that you want to do something for. Give us a call. We will help you connect with the groups who work with those youth so that you can give them something, a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of inspiration. There's a lot of frustrations. The world has become a very different place in the last several months. And in some ways, our youth have been the hardest hit with that. Their worlds have been upended. A lot of what we need to remember with that is that maybe this year they don't need big, fancy, expensive gifts. They're always nice, don't get me wrong, but maybe they just need a way to decompress for a little bit, just like we do. Okay, so how about some stress management for our kiddos? Well, one of the things that will help them a lot is to be engaged in something that they enjoy, that they feel is productive. So encouraging them to do service and to serve others is a huge part of what we do with Extension through our 4-H program. And what we've been talking about for the last couple of times with our video sections is how we can help and encourage others. So some of the things that we want to do is, of course, we want kids to be busy. I know it's always been really easy or great for me to give gifts that revolved around some type of a digital download, a gift card, that they could get a game, that they could buy something off the computer. But now they've got a lot more screen time. So maybe we need to look for some ways to get them away from the computer, away from the screen, and get them busy. You know, maybe it's a basketball to get them outside, some other kind of game that they can play, jump ropes, things that are very simple, things that are easy to mail. You may be far from the kids that you want to encourage and do things for. Kits and things that they can put together that can keep them active, can keep them engaged, are an excellent type of gift. They do not have to be expensive. I picked this one up just because I happened to be walking by it and saw it on the shelf. It was $3 and it makes 20 different ornaments. And they're stickers, they're fun foam pieces that they can put together and make Christmas ornaments that then they could turn around and give as a gift or donate, maybe to the nursing home or the senior center or somewhere that they would like to give those to. So that's just an example of a very inexpensive thing. And obviously if it makes 20, you can divide this up between 3 or 4 different kids where they could make the different types of ornaments and either have them in their home or give them away. So just a suggestion of things that are already pre-made. But then there's also the things that you can pull together. Some of the stuff you may already have in your home that you may want to be able to use to give away. I'm going to set these back here out of the way. And then just give you an overview of some of the different types of things that are very easy to pull together that might just inspire you to think about what you do have on hand, what you might be able to come up with. So a couple of things. Puzzles are always, this was a 48-piece puzzle. It was $1. Okay, something to engage them. It's easy to get age-appropriate puzzles. More pieces, smaller pieces, based on the age of the youth that you want to encourage. Things like, several things to show here. Word searches, okay, Sudoku books, my kids love those. Coloring books, a new pack of crayons for under $2, or markers or colored pencils, whatever it is that you happen to have. I know a lot of us bought school supplies and then did actually send them to school this year, so that might be something that you already have. Put it with some word searches, some coloring books. This one actually includes stickers, you know, for $1. Something that will engage them and keep them busy. It's also, coloring is a very relaxing activity. So it's something that can help them, again, de-stress, to be a little bit more calming. Another thing that I think is great is a do-it-yourself card kit. things that they can make. This is just cardstock cut in half and folded to make the cards. A few envelopes. These are recycled ones, extra ones that I had left over from something else. A little bit of scrapbook paper. I folded it smaller so that we could package all of these things together. Maybe some fun pencils, some kind of stickers they can use to decorate it, fun foam stickers that they can put on. All of those glitter pins are an excellent thing to add to this. Again, they can make a card, something fun for them to do, and then they can send it to someone. Maybe they have a classmate that they really miss that they haven't got to see, or they really want to show their teacher how much they appreciate them. They make the card, then they send it to someone else as that little piece of encouragement. Okay. Again, fun pencils, things like that are always good. Things that are useful, but that keep them engaged or busy. So another item that I really like, because it's very simple, very inexpensive, this is designed to be a dry erase board. We spend a lot of time now with my kiddos making lists in the house so that they know what homework they need to do, when it's due by, when everything has to be finished, along with their regular chores that they have at home. So this is just, there's a piece of notebook paper in there. It may be kind of hard to see on here, so that it has the lines. So you could put a blank paper, you could put a light background paper, something that would be easy to show up, and then put it with a dry erase marker of whatever kind. And then they have something where they can start making their lists, and then they can, should I make that a little darker? Maybe their reading homework. So they can start making their list, then they wipe it off and start again the next day. This is a frame that I had at home that I didn't have a place to put out, so I'm just recycling that into the dry erase board for someone to use. Okay, or you can pick up all kinds of different frames for about $1 and then put that together to make a nice fun gift for someone. Another great use with your dry erase markers, these are just plain old plastic page protectors. You can print off or purchase, again, different types of activities. This one's a maze. Actually, I have several that are mazes. My kids like to do the mazes. And we actually developed some of these to use in the car for road trips, but these still, the principle's still the same, even though we're not going on as many trips. Put these into just a regular old 3-ring binder. Again, a recycled school one or a $1 one that you pick up somewhere. They can do the activities with the dry erase marker, erase it, and come back to it later and do it again or do it differently or share with a sibling. And then all the pages in the book aren't done where one didn't get to participate or do parts of it. One of my favorite things that I think is great, particularly because I have boys, and it's always harder to find things that really grasp their attention, but also because encouraging girls to do science is a huge part of what we do, getting them involved in the STEM activities. So all of these things that we're talking about are not gender specific. Any youth kiddo that you know that you think needs to be encouraged, all of this would work for them. So it's making what we call bot kits. They can build their own robot of some kind. They can build their own toy bot. So, you know, just a handful, some different kinds of Legos, building blocks, whatever kind you use, different sizes of rubber bands. Here's some pipe cleaners, chenille sticks that you can put in there as well. Popsicle sticks are a great addition to this. Anything along those lines. If you have leftover wheels or round things from other toys, maybe even marbles, things like that could be added. And obviously this is for older kiddos because there's going to be some choking hazards in this one. But then you just put it, any of these kits, things you can put together, these are plain old cellophane bags. They're treat bags for parties. You can get them in different colors with different prints. You can use regular old seal top bags that you can pick up at the grocery store. Any of that would work great. You just need something that will hold your stuff together. If you like to do little gift bags, sometimes those are more expensive, but still a great option to put everything in and then include the instructions for the different activities, which again will be included in our newsletter. If you're not currently receiving our FCS news, you can go to our website, curryextension.nmsu.edu, click on Family Health and Wellness. There's going to be a place there where you can elect to get the newsletter either by email or have it hard copy mailed to you. And you can fill out that information, or as always, just call our office and we'll be glad to add you to that list. So all of this information on these projects, as well as things that are going on around the county that you can get involved in, will be included in that newsletter. Okay, the main idea behind the bot kit is things that they could use to create a vehicle, a robot, whatever it is they want to do, and not necessarily have to glue it. So that's where you want your rubber bands, your pipe cleaners, things like that that can hold everything together. So be creative with how you put that. Maybe even throw in some googly eyes, some eyeballs, buttons, something along those lines. Speaking of eyeballs, again, super fun, sock puppet kits. You can make your own sock puppets, or you can put the items into the kit. I'm trying to show you his different things. This is one my kiddos made way back in the day, but something that you can provide to them that they can then put together, make their own sock puppet, have their own little friend, they can tell their own stories, however they want to put that together. 2 for $1, a pair was $1, so that's 2 socks. I like these because they already had a face on them, so you don't have to worry about the face. But so throw in some googly eyes into that. You can buy the googly eyes that are already sticky on the back if you don't want to have to include some type of glue. Fun foam is fantastic for using with sock puppets. You can buy it in sheets. Again, you can buy it where it's already sticky and you just peel the back off to put that together. So that's a fun way for them to build their puppets into whatever they want them to be. So an excellent thing, if you want to include something with it and you don't necessarily want to include some type of glue because these are your friends and you're hoping to eventually get invited back to their house. You want to use something along these lines. This is basically mounting dots. They're already cut, so they're small pieces. They're sticky on both sides, so they're double-sided. You just pop them off of there. Actually got 2. Okay, and then peel it and stick. Glue dots are another great, stick these on here, great alternative that you can put a sheet of glue dots in there so that they can use that to put their items together and they're good to go. Slime kits. If you've never made slime, it's basically glue, plain old school glue. Doesn't have to be, this bottle is Elmer's, but doesn't have to be, it can be any brand. As a matter of fact, now you can actually purchase glitter glue that already has the glitter in it, which is fantastic. So take this, a bottle of glue with about a 1/4 teaspoon of the borax. You mix it together really good, a little warm water, you're going to have slime. Maybe you don't want to make slime. You don't want to deal with that. Put some borax into the little baggies, label it clearly that that's what it is with the glue, put it into a packet with the instructions for how to make the slime. They have a slime kit. They mix it up, they make it, they play with it. It's a great manipulative. It helps them develop some dexterity and things they're doing. It's also a great fidget if they just need to keep their hands busy for a little while, as well as there's some great science behind what makes slime. I did see the other day, it's the first time I've seen it, you can buy an activator. Borax serves as your activator to make the glue into the slime. You can actually buy a little container that is specifically made to be a slime activator, and you could even just put that bottle in with your glue to make your kits. Again, engaging them, keeping them busy doing something. Storybooks are fantastic. Take it a step further. These are finger puppets. They were very inexpensive. You can order, I ordered these online, but you can also purchase them just at the store. These are jungle animals to go along with the book, okay, with the elephant and the other characters inside. I also have a set that's dogs and cats to go along with the cat book, and I have some dog books coming as well. This is something we were putting together for my nieces who are small to engage them in the reading and the storytelling and then the play acting piece. Okay, so did I cover everything? Not quite. Okay, very simple. You can pick up, this is just a tray. It's a lap tray. Okay, simple plastic. You can pick them up very inexpensively at the craft store. I've seen them at the big box stores, the grocery store, all of those kind of places. And then we have adhered to the top, or we will adhere it. It's not quite all the way on there. This is a Lego square. It's built to build your construction bricks on. So you attach this to the top, and now they have a tray that they can move around with them so they can sit and build when they want to build with their blocks. I also found some smaller versions of the square. I'm not sure you can see that that's actually for building on as well. Okay, so then the last one that I do want to share with you, again, you can make these all together to give, or you can put this together as a kit for something. There's a lot of stress in everybody's life. We're all dealing with a lot. Kids are learning how to deal with a lot. They haven't developed all of those coping mechanisms yet. So it's a key thing to really think about, how can we help them have a way to talk about what's going on with them. So these are worry dolls. And so the idea behind it is they make their doll, and then it fits in their pocket. It can go with them wherever they can go. And when they're worried about something, when they're stressed or are afraid of something, they tell their doll. And then they go to sleep, and their doll takes care of it overnight. Okay? If you need to call it a worry action figure, I'm okay with that. So these are very simple to put together. I'm going to give you a couple of quick tips. Okay, so how we're going to look at it, you need clothespins. These are the actual peg head pins. Again, purchase at the craft store. Most of the dollar stores will have something similar. Your chenille stems, we're going to use those to make the arms. So you can cut it and stick the arms on, or you can just wrap it around, okay, to make your arms, trim it off even. And then he's going to have arms on his little body. Again, very calming, very restful. The part you want to work on next is wrapping. So I'm actually using embroidery floss to do the wrapping. Okay, it's a little smaller. If you want to use regular yarn, you can do that. It won't take as long to wrap. So again, for smaller kids, that's probably a good idea, because they can learn the skill but not have to mess with the small little bitty pieces. So a little tip, you could use a glue dot, double-sided tape, whatever it is, when you get started. So put it right on that spot. This one you can see I've already done his shirt with the green. So I'm going to want to put this where I can finish off his shirt tail and hold it in place without having to worry about it. Okay, so I'm using the actual foam sticks, the squares, to do that. And then I want to start on what would be necessarily his or her pants. Okay, so I'm going to use blue. And same thing, I'm going to start where the sticky part is. This is exactly what I did at the top. And then I crisscross wrapping over and around the arms to cover his arms up. So I want to put this onto my sticky piece, like I said, whether that's double-sided tape or glue dot or whatever, so because it's going to help hold it in place so that it's not as frustrating, especially for a kiddo trying to get started. Now once you get it started, you just wrap, okay? And you wrap until you fill in all the holes and until you have the pants however long you would like them to be. And then the clothespin itself makes the little feet sticking out of the bottom. So then if you would like him to have eyes, you can just take a marker and give him a couple of eyes, or little tiny Google eyes. I don't recommend that, because anything that could fall off and get lost might be a little more stressful. But so when you make your worry dolls, typically just marker eyes. If they want to add a mouth, if the kiddos want them to have more things, they can give them names. Okay. Again, the whole idea is that they talk about it, that this is a place to kind of put some of that stress to help calm them. Simple, inexpensive things that can be put together to use to encourage kiddos. Okay, and as we've mentioned the last couple of times, we've got publications that we're recommending this time. We talk about strengthening your family and about serving as a grandparent, some great tips and ideas for working with kiddos, and those might be actual biological grandkids or not, just those kids that you're around and like to work with. So think about those things, understand very simple things. I've shown you a lot of things, but very simple to put together one or two to encourage someone else to have a purpose this holiday season, to get out there and just be kind to one another. So again, always feel free to contact us. My email address is midenny@nmsu.edu. You can call us on the phone or visit our website. Be looking for those newsletters. I always appreciate your comments, so feel free to like us on Facebook. Come back and let us know what you think. If you try any of the projects, I would love for you to share photos. Thank you.